Croeso I bysgota Cymru. Welcome to Fishing in Wales.
My name's Steve Evans. I'm the owner and proprietor of Foxhill. So yeah, welcome. A little bit of history on the fishery. I was saying earlier on when we were having a quick chat, I had no intention of opening this fishery. This was going to be kept for family and friends, and we put the first stocking in here, and we sort of put 150 odd trout in here, and friends started coming up, and we were fishing in the April. We had a hell of a hatch of hawthorns that particular day, that evening, and basically the friends turned around and said, "Don't be so selfish, you cannot keep this to yourself, you have to open it." So after much discussion and fun and nonsense, I said, right, I will open it, but I'm going to do it properly. I'm going to stock it properly. We'll open a little tackle shop and somewhere for everybody to get in out of the weather when the weather does turn bad, and it's just sort of gone on from there, really. We've, a bit of history about the family as well. We were farming for many years. Unfortunately, we lost quite a number of cows with the dreaded TB, which took a number of cows, and we as a family made a decision to retire from farming and sell the farm, which was a couple of years ago. Parents were obviously retired, and this is me. This is what I do, and it's an extremely rewarding, enjoyable way of life. It comes with pressures, of course it does, and a massive time commitment and long days and things like that. But it really is a privilege to own something like this, and allow people to come and experience the outdoors. And I was saying earlier on, briefly, having a chat, we have to protect this. We have to protect this way of life. But I'm doing everything I can to try and protect fly fishing for us and the next generation. And we get an awful lot of children and beginners coming here. We get the local schools, they get the kids out of the classrooms, which is great. So they come along and have a go, which leads on to sort of my stocking policy here. It is quite highly stocked as a fishery, because I get a lot of casual anglers coming along, and I want them to catch fish. I want them to catch 1, 2, 3, 4 fish, what have you. It may be too easy for a lot of sort of international anglers or very competent anglers, but my casual angler is the bread and butter, and we have to keep them right. And again, with the children coming and beginners and things like that, like we've got one today who's moved back to the area, having lived in Cardiff for many years. First time he's cast a fly rod in 16 years, he's gone out and he's caught a fish, and he's grinning from year to year. And he said, "Oh, you'll see me twice a week now." And it's like, that's what it's all about. It's I get pleasure from making other people happy, and having people like that come along, first time here, and get stuck into fish. It's brilliant. So yeah, this pond has been open now 2.5 years. The support has been tremendous, and I like to give a bit back, and we've had a hell of a lot of competitions, charity events, fundraisers, things like that, which is awesome. It's great, and the camaraderie that's built within that is brilliant, and there's a lot of fun, a lot of nonsense, a lot of banter, but it's great. Looking forward, we have been given the international for the bank team. So the home international will be on here in October, which I'm really excited about. And it's a privilege as a county of Pembrokeshire to actually host this event, and what it'll do for the local economy, what it'll do for us as a fishery as well, sort of putting us on the map even more. But there's a fair bit to go on in between now and October, and we've got another pond to go in, which will take us up to around 30 pegs, which would be fantastic. So obviously 24 pegs for an international, we'll have about 30, we think, roughly. So that process will take place now very shortly. We'll get constructing that now in the very near future. That pond again will be deep. Again, spring fed, fantastic flow of water running through that site. We will be in amongst all of that. It'll be planted out with some broadleaf trees as well, which obviously I won't see the benefit of in my lifetime, because they're going to take 30 odd years to grow, 40 years to grow. So it's again building for the future, building a legacy here that maybe my children will want to take on in the future, or who knows, someone may come along and make me an offer one day. You never know, that I can't refuse. But it's ultimately about building or continuing to build a reputation, and I'm just, all my focus is all the time here is about the customer, the angler. And yes, it is a business. I have to treat it like a business, which leads us on to all of this. So we've got great working relationships with Airflow, with Turrells, with Graham, a Celtic blob, great chap, with Semperfly. Anne, one of the owners and directors from Semperfly, is a local lady originally. Great relationship with them and their materials. As you can see behind me, there's a vast array. We've got the Airflow lines, rods. We've also got a clothing business as well, which we sell online, which is outwearclothing.co.uk. We sell the Ridge line, the Dito footwear, great stuff, well known in the field sports world, which is fantastic, and that's trundling along quite nicely. We've got a few brands coming on board again this year, which is great. But yeah, looking forward again. International come October, I honestly cannot wait, because I feel honoured to have that sort of responsibility put upon me to really make this one hell of an event for Wales. And you know, again, fantastic support from the Welsh Bank team here. A couple of them are here today fishing as well, and I really cannot wait to get going on that. And we'll start doing some fundraising, we'll start doing some competitions again, like, you know, fundraising events for the team, for that event, for that period in October. And hopefully, fingers crossed, we can hold a successful event. It'll fish well, and Wales can bring home gold. So I have no website, and I've been asked a few times, oh, you know, why haven't you got a website? I really like Facebook and Instagram. They're a great outlet. Social media is a great outlet. So we've got the Facebook page and the Instagram page, which I do try and post as often as I can. We are based just outside of Haverfordwest, a village called Camrose, and we're on the Camrose to Hayescastle Road. The postcode for this place is SA62 6JP. You're more than welcome to come along here any time you like. Weekends are pretty busy, so a booking is essential on a weekend. Although here we are today, it's a midweek, and there's been 10 in fishing today, so 11 fishing today. So it's best to call up. The phone number for myself here is 079 56761. I will always answer the phone. Doesn't matter what time of day or night, I will always answer the phone. And you're more than welcome to come along here anytime. If you come on down, bacon rolls are free before 9:30 in the morning, and you'll have a warm welcome, and we'll get you amongst some brilliant fish. And just coming on to fish, Exmoor Fisheries. This would not happen if it was not for Andy and his team down at Exmoor, and their fish are incredible. We do have a healthy average weight stock size in here, around the 3.25 pound mark, and they go like trains. And we're lucky, we've got cold water, there's nearly always a ripple here, fish are moving around, they're well spread, it isn't peggy at all, fish do move around quite freely, And yeah, you're guaranteed to have a bit of sport here. It is a very nymphy water, mind. You know, tials, pheasant tails, damsels, things like that. And here we are today, sun's just popped out and there's buzzers hatching off. So and we're in February. So we are very, very fortunate with water quality, with the weed system, the plant growth that's there. We make the effort now every year to get the team in to clean the weed out properly, come in with a big boat. I'm not a fan of dyes and water, so we get that team in and they just come in and clean the weed out. They did it last August, took out 300 tons of weed out the pond, and it's just the best way to do it, and it's great. And here we are, you know, we're sort of seeing the results of that. Last autumn, fished really, really well through the autumn period, and you know, you can just see the weed growth there, and obviously there's things hatching out the weed all the time, invertebrates, etc. So yeah, it is a very nymphy water. You know, we stock very often, so you are going to get fish on lures and things like that. So here we are, we're down just outside Haverfordwest. We open at 8 o'clock in the morning. We're open until dark, whether it's 4:30 in December or 11 o'clock in June. We are here until dark. So you can be guaranteed a good day's fishing.
Discover fishing in Wales